Wow, guys, Howard Lutnick goes on NBC and destroys Crystal Welker after she tries to say Elon Musk is running this country. You guys got to check this one out.
It is great to have you here, Mr. Secretary. Let's start with this past week. As you know, for the second time in 2 months, President Trump announced and then walked back tariffs on Canada and Mexico, the whiplash causing confusion on Wall Street and Main Street as well. Does the president have a responsibility to businesses and consumers to spell out his plan and then stick to it?
You have to remember, this is a drug-related issue. You've got fentanyl pouring into this country, killing 75,000 Americans, autopsied. And the president, thinks it's many, many more, because multiples more. So it's important for the president to talk to the leaders of both Canada and Mexico, get them to shut the border, shut the fentanyl coming into the country. And of course he's going to be on the phone with them. And of course he's going to talk to them. And he is a deal maker, the greatest deal maker in the world. So he makes better deals. He's gotten the border closed. He's gotten fentanyl to be shut down. He put tariffs on China, who makes the precursors. This is the way you run the country. You shut the border. You get our neighbors to do their job. It's not only us who has to do their job. Why are our neighbors who live and breathe off our economy not taking care of America?
What I'm learning, guys, is these Democrats and these people that are so far gone, they don't never want to hear the facts. You could sit there and say they can't deny the facts. They don't want to hear the facts. They just want to go back and forth and try to make you look like you're a bad person. Because they attack people emotionally all the time. Every time. The facts always prevails. Some people just don't have that common sense, man. And that's what I'm learning. You can't, Crystal Walker, she's one of those people, Howard. You can't go after her like that. Let's keep going, guys.
Mr. Secretary, one death from fentanyl is too many. I think everyone agrees with that. One scintilla of fentanyl coming across any border is unacceptable on any level. It is worth noting that less than 1% comes over the Canadian border, 97% come over the border from Mexico. If this is the crisis that you just laid out, why is President Trump hitting the pause button? Why not go full bore with this?
Well, what he did was we have a deal with Canada and Mexico. It's called US-Mexico-Canada Agreement, USMCA. And that says if there's a certain amount of American product in those products, and it's done a certain way, they can trade with America tariff-free. So by meeting in the middle with these leaders who said they're going to do much more on the border, they're going to do everything they possibly can to end fentanyl, the president said, okay, I'll tell you what, if they're in the deal that we made, I'll keep it tariff-free. But for everybody who was outside that deal, who took the risk, who didn't pay attention and respect the agreements that President Trump made his first term, they're going to pay a 25% tariff. And that's sort of like meeting in the middle. So he gave the automakers relief. He gave computer makers relief. The major industries got relief. But everybody who's outside that agreement, they're going to pay. And Canada and Mexico promised they are going to crush the border and they're going to crush fentanyl. And that's what our president is here to do, to stop fentanyl killing Americans.
Mr.
I want to give you guys something to ask your neighbor or something like that. Anybody around you that wants to keep voting blue. Say this. Be like, do you trust your money with businessmen like Elon Musk or Trump, or career-long politicians? Who's going to F your money off? Who do you think's going to F your money off? If they say they don't want to answer, there's the answer. Or if they say, I don't want to say it, but if they say career-long politicians, hey, you might have to find a new friend. Honestly, you might have to find a new friend.
Secretary, let me ask you about what the Fed Chair Jerome Powell had to say on Friday. He said, quote, we're still very uncertain about what will be tariffed, for how long, and at what level. So can you provide some clarity, Mr. Secretary? Are these tariffs going to be temporary or permanent?
So the tariffs that we've started with Mexico, Canada, and China, that was the month of March. These are fentanyl-related, border-related. So China makes the ingredients for fentanyl. It's got to stop. President Xi offered President Trump in 2019, he'd put the death penalty on anybody who made the ingredients for fentanyl. And instead, we've got in 2025, China is subsidizing the production of fentanyl. Maximum subsidy available in China to make the ingredients to kill Americans. I mean, this is President Trump is on it,
Yeah.
and he is powerful on it, and he's not going to step off the gas. So if you're talking about the drug war, let's focus on the drug war. And then when you want to talk about April 2nd, that's going to be reciprocal tariffs, and I'm happy to talk about that. But let's try to keep those two different.
Okay, understood. But you say he's not going to take his foot off the gas. Does that mean these are permanent tariffs? Mr. Secretary, can you provide clarity, yes or no?
She's trying to ask the same exact question like she does in every other interview to get her right answer. There is no answer to these questions that she asks. No, because you never know what she's thinking. Whatever she's thinking is what she's right to be right. You know, Crystal Walker, she's so close to the edge, you guys. She's so close to the edge, and I really feel bad for her. I hope she chooses the right path because this is a person that's going to go down the same path Rachel Maddow went down, The View, those ladies on The View, and I really don't want that for her. I want her to choose a different path, but I think it may be the news network she works for. Maybe they're cutting a crazy amount of money for her to go on there and promote a narrative.
If fentanyl ends, I think these will come off. But if fentanyl does not end or he's uncertain about it, they will stay this way until he is comfortable. This is black and white. You got to save American lives. So with respect to fentanyl, this is about the border and fentanyl, and that's an agreement between the president and the two leaders of Canada. Of course, Justin Trudeau's got a lot to say. Of course, he's leaving in like days, so it's not really that fun to listen to some guy who's trying to create sort of a mess for Canada, which he's trying to do. President Sheinbaum did a much more calm, thoughtful conversation with President Trump, and that's why this is the result. She was able to negotiate it because she said 1,000 more people on the border, stopping fentanyl from coming into this country.
Mr. Secretary, I want to whip through this next section if we can. It's a little bit of a to-do list. President Trump previously announced 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum imports. Are those still going to take effect Wednesday, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Are the 250% tariffs against Canada on dairy and lumber coming this week? And if so, when?
No, I think that those reactions, the changes to USMCA and beyond, they start on April 2nd. So on April 2nd, we are going to revisit again the fentanyl issues, and we are going to revisit again the general trade issues of reciprocality. Remember, Canada is supposed to have a free trade agreement with us. 250% on dairy products. It's outrageous. And you know the president's going to respond to it. But he's agreed not to respond until April 2nd.
Okay, so no tariffs this week in that regard. We'll wait till April 2nd to see those as it relates to dairy and lumber. The CEOs of Target and Best Buy this week warned that they will have to increase prices as a result of tariffs. Do you acknowledge that prices will go up for consumers because of these tariffs?
I think it's important for people to realize that we run $2 trillion deficits, and Donald Trump is going to try to balance the budget of the United States of America. And when you balance the budget of the United States of America, you drive interest rates down 150 basis points, 1.5%. You're going to have mortgages come smashing down. The cost of your home will come smashing down. We're going to drill, baby, drill and drive down the price of energy. That's coming down. So these two massive moves are going to happen. And you know who's going to pay for that? Tariffs and outside countries who just leech off of us, lean on us, earn money off of us. They've got to start to pay. President Trump wants the American people to start to understand the External Revenue Service should start to pay. Yes, some products that are made foreign might be more expensive, but American products will get cheaper, and that's the point. Buy American, made by great Americans. We're going to bring manufacturing back. That's where we're going. That's where this president is going. Bring it back.
And honestly, guys, if you're against that, I don't want you in America. Go to these places that obviously are screwing us, and hey, see what happens after these tariffs come. You know, because these people are screwing us, taking advantage of us. How can you be against someone that's trying to put more money in your pocket and make sure taxes isn't so crazy high for you? We get screwed by these other countries. Trump's standing up for it. Him and Elon Musk. How are they bad guys? The news media will keep scripting you up, running the same script on you, trying to get you to believe something that just isn't true, man.
back.
Yeah.
So will there be distortions? Of course. Foreign goods may get a little more expensive, but American goods are going to get cheaper, and you're going to be helping Americans by buying
Yep.
American.
All right.
Hey, that exactly. The calm before this no, not the calm, it's the storm, and then it's gonna get calm. You know, it's lights at the end of this tunnel, basically is what I'm trying to say. It's gonna be a little dark at first, guys, but hey, I believe Trump has a really good plan intact, and we're gonna make it through this one.
You take me right to my next question. I want to play you something that President Trump said to me back in December. Take a listen.
I went on groceries. It's a very simple word, groceries. Like almost, who uses the word? I started using the word, the groceries. When you buy apples, when you buy bacon, when you buy eggs, they would double and triple the price over a short period of time. And I won an election based on that. We're going to bring those prices way down.
Mr. Secretary, can you be specific? When exactly can Americans expect to see those prices come way down?
Egg prices up 200% under Biden. Biden just killing chickens, trying to worry about things. It's crazy the way eggs have gone up 200%. Donald Trump's going to bring the price of eggs down now. Donald Trump's tariffs are, here's the idea. All these other countries, like India, for instance, when Modi was in town, right? 1.4 billion people, and they won't buy a bushel of our corn. Europe, always blocking our farmers. As our farmers can sell more and more overseas, you're going to see the price of food in America come down. It's a
Mr.
volume
Secretary?
thing. Well, I think the deal starts April 2nd. The deal starts April 2nd of reciprocal tariffs. The president's going to negotiate country by country. He's going to drive down other countries' barriers, unleashing our farmers, our ranchers, and our fishermen. They're going to explode in value, and the prices of American produce, row crops, produce and fish are going to come down because our American industries are going to win around the world because finally, Donald Trump is behind them, protecting them. He's got their back, and he's going to make them winners. And that all of America is going to be winners because these prices are coming down, and the process starts April 2nd.
All right, Mr. Secretary, consumer sentiment is dropping. Inflation has ticked up. Major banks like J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs now say a recession in the next 12 months is becoming more likely. Should Americans brace for a recession?
Absolutely not. Anybody who bets against Donald Trump, it's like the same people who thought Donald Trump wasn't a winner.
Hey, look into these people that bet against Donald Trump. You know, this guy's a phoenix. He comes out and he rises every time. He comes out on top every time, no matter what he goes through. Like I always say, it's that tunnel may be dark at first, but it's always light at the end of it. Think about it, man. This guy was getting shot at, all types of crazy stuff. Court cases, women coming out the blue.
A year ago, Donald Trump is a winner. He's going to win for the American people. That's just the way it's going to be. There's going to be no recession in America. What there's going to be is global tariffs are going to come down because President Trump has said, you want to charge us 100%? We're going to charge you 100%. And you know what they say? They say, no, don't charge us 100%. We'll bring ours down. We'll unleash America out to the world, grow our economy in a way we've never grown before. You are going to see over the next 2 years the greatest set of growth coming from America as Americans. You saw it, 1.3 trillion of new investment coming in America. Think of all those jobs. And remember, each trillion of investment in America is 1% of growth GDP. So Donald Trump is bringing growth to America. I would never bet on recession. No chance.
All right. That's about as definitive that you can be. No.
Man, that he didn't need to say much, you know. All he needed to do was make sure he stayed on the question that she kept repeatedly asking. He didn't need to do much. Trump cares for America, and he's going to make this stuff work for us. Let me know what you guys think about this quick video. I'm sorry I talk majority of the time. Be sure to hit the like, comment, subscribe button if you're new. And as always, let me know what you react to.